Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning all of the students. I hope you all are well and fine and good. I welcome you back to the class. In this class we would learn some of the important things or some of the new things. In last class we have completed our chapter number 1, that was story of computer. Now we will start from our second chapter. What is it? Let's see, but before that let's have a look on pandemic coronavirus. As you all know that our world is highly affected by coronavirus pandemic. So there are some of the preventive measures which we should take so we can protect ourselves from getting infected by COVID-19. Like wash your hands, drink water, don't touch your eyes, nose and mouth, and cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing. Okay, so of we would have a look on some of the steps by which we can prevent ourselves from getting infected by COVID-19. What are these? Let's see. So students, these steps are: wash your hands frequently with soap, avoid touching your eyes, mouth and nose, cover your cough with your elbow, avoid crowded places, stay at home if you are unhealthy, if you have fever, cough, so contact with doctor, and stay aware from all of the information. In previous class, we have learned about generations of the computer. That was our first chapter as story of computer. Now we are going towards our second chapter, and the name of our second chapter is classification of computer. The name is classification of computer and it is going to be our second chapter, and it is on page number 4. Okay, tell me one thing. What kind of things we see before purchasing a computer? Or how do we select computer to purchase? Before purchasing a computer, we see that what is the requirement of our job and why do we need that computer. According to these things, we select the computer to purchase. For example, we can say that we select computer on the basis of our need. Okay, what kind of need do we have? According to that need, we will purchase our computer. So if we take an example of if we take the example of a student always wants small size computer because all of the needs of student can be fulfilled by small size computer. Okay, so according to the need of a student will want small size computer. If we take the example of a big organization would need a big size computer because in an organization there are multiple of the tasks. Okay, so the organization will need big size computers. Okay, so computers are purchased or people select the computer according to the requirement of their job, according to the need of their job, and this is how they purchase the computer. We will see these of the things, some of the things are need, we will see these things before purchasing a computer. Okay students, if we talk about our previous chapter in which we have learned about generations of the computer, so there were 5 generations of the computer up till now. But in this chapter we are going to see the classification of computer. We can classify the computer according to our need, according to the size, according to the purpose. Okay, but here we are classifying the computer according to their size. So we usually have seen some of the computers like desktops and laptops. Do you know there are different types of computers having different features? Let's explore them. Now, in this chapter, you will be taught the types of computer. So computer can be classified, as I told you that computers can be classified according to their sizes, their technologies, their purposes. So here are some of the types according to their size. I repeat here that in this chapter we have divided the computers according to their size. Okay, so how many types are there of a computer according to their size? There are four types of computer according to their size, or we have classified the computer into four different types. Number one, microcomputers. Number two, mini computers. Number three, mainframe computers. And number four, supercomputers. Microcomputers, we know that micro means small, mini means small. Microcomputers are the smallest computers among these all. But if we talk about mini computers are also smaller than mainframe computer and supercomputer, but they are bigger than microcomputers. As we go to the next type, one after another, the size would be increased because these types are classified, or these types are made according to their size. So microcomputers are the smallest size computer, mini computers are bigger than microcomputers, mainframe computers are bigger than mini computers, and supercomputers are bigger than mainframe computers. This is how we have classified them. If we talk about mini computers lie somewhere between microcomputers and mainframe computer. Okay, we can compare these four kinds, these four types with one another according to their size. Okay, now we will discuss them one by one. Let's begin. So let's begin the type number one, that is microcomputers. We are going to learn their feature one by one. Okay, microcomputers are small size computer. As I told you that microcomputers are the very first type of computer according to the classification of their sizes. Okay, so microcomputers are the small size computer. Number two is they are general purpose computer. What does it mean? General purpose computer indicates that microcomputers are designed to perform number of the tasks. Okay, they are not formed or specialized to any special task. They can perform many of the tasks, and those things which can perform number of the tasks, we call them general purpose computer. Okay, so microcomputers are general purpose computer. We can perform number of the tasks with the help of our microcomputers. The next thing is they are often called as PCs, means personal computers. Okay, they are also called as PCs or personal computers. We cannot call other computers as PC. Okay, we use usually microcomputers and we call them as PC or personal computer. They cover a space of table. Okay, because they are smaller in size, they are not going to cover a huge place or space. They are going to cover just space of a table. They have limited memory and limited speed, or having limited processing speed. I told you that processing speed is the speed with which computer works. So memory and processing speed of microcomputers are limited. Students and persons who have small business use this computer. Okay, microcomputers are used by usually students or the persons who are just involved in small business. If we take the example of these computers, so desktop computers and laptop computers are more common and the good example of microcomputers. Okay, so if we talk about microcomputers are the most common computers being used for domestic and commercial purpose nowadays. They are portable. Okay, as you can see that there is example of laptop as well. So we can say that many of them are portable and occupy very little space. Their CPU is a single chip known as microprocessor. They are single user computers. Single user computer means these computers can be used by a single person at a time. Okay, they are mainly used in offices and homes. They are smaller in size and they have limited processing speed, so they are least expensive as well as compared to other computers like mini computers, mainframe computers and supercomputers. Generally, they run on rechargeable batteries. Like if you see, the laptop or mobile phones are also example of microcomputers. So they are having rechargeable batteries, except desktop computer. Okay, desktop computer does not work or run without electricity. Okay, so we can say that they have rechargeable batteries, except desktop. Other than this, we can use them in our small business. It can be used by student and many other. As we have discussed that microcomputers are usually portable devices. So here are some of the examples of microcomputers. Desktop computer, as I told you that it does not have rechargeable battery. It can only work when electricity is available. But if we talk about laptop, tablets and other devices, so they are rechargeable usually. Okay, so here are some of the points for the example of these computers have a small keyboard, a CPU and a folding screen like laptop. Some of them are available with touch screen facility like tablet. People use these computers when they are away from the home or offices because they are portable. Okay, so here are some of the examples. PDA are phone like device which are used in many purposes. Gaming console are designed for entertainment. Palm tops are like PDA. Okay, these are hand-sized devices which you can say that it is the combination of cell phone and computers. Palm top as well. Okay, both are having similar functions. Smartphones, you know very well about this. Calculators is also one of the example of microcomputers. Here is the second type of computers according to the size, and that is mini computers. Mini computers look like this. When we were talking about microcomputers, they cover a space of a table. But here you can see it is bigger than microcomputer and it is going to cover more of the space than microcomputers. They are bigger in size than microcomputers. They have more memory and processing speed. Okay, if we compare the memory and processing speed of mini computers with microcomputers, so now they have been increased in size, plus they are having more memory and more processing speed. They are used in small organization to handle medium-sized business. When we're talking about microcomputers, so the person who are having small size business, they use microcomputers, but those organizations which that handle medium sized business, they use mini computers. They cover the space of cupboard like this. Here you can see. So we can say that mini computers are also called as mid-range computer because they are lying somewhere in between microcomputers and mainframe computers. So we call them as mid-range computer servers because they lie somewhere between mainframe computers and microcomputers, as I told you. They are usually multi-user system. As if we talk about microcomputers, so that is single user computer. Only one person can use microcomputer at a time, but mini computers are multi-user system. It can be handled by many of the people at a time. Okay, it can be used by many people, and it has more memory and larger capacity than microcomputers. There are the examples like Magnum and Vex. You might not have heard these terms because we usually do not see these computers around us. So students, here are some of the uses of microcomputers. Microcomputers are used for scientific and engineering computation, business transaction processing, file handling, and database management, and are often now referred as a small and mid-size server. Okay, as we have discussed earlier, that microcomputers are multi-user computer system. Okay, so it can be handled at a time by many of the people, so this can be used in many computation of scientific methods and engineering methods. Business transaction processing can be handled by use of microcomputers, file management, database management. Okay, those kind of tasks can be managed by these computers, which are not one-man task. Okay, because microcomputers are designed to be handled more than one person at a time. Okay, as I told you before that they are also referred as mid-size or mid-range server computers. So my dear students, here we are going to end our lecture, because in this chapter there are four types of computer as we have classified them according to their sizes, from which we have learned two of the types in this lecture, and rest of the types will be discussed in the next lecture. From today's lecture, what were the key points? We have divided computer according to their sizes into four different types: microcomputer, mini computers, so mainframe computers, and supercomputer, from which microcomputers are smallest computers and supercomputers are the biggest computers. But we have learned two of them, microcomputers and mini computers. Microcomputers are single user computer, and many computers can be handled by multiple of the person at a time. Okay, if we talk about their processing speed and memory, so microcomputers are having limited memory and processing speed. But if we talk about mini computers are more capable, and they have more of the memory and more of the processing speed as we compare it with mini computers. So students, hopefully you have understood all of the things. Inshallah, from next class we will learn two rest of the types of computers in this classification. Up till then, read your book, read this chapter properly, and underline the important lines. Okay, I hope you have got all of the things. So be safe at home. Inshallah, we shall meet in the next class. Thank you so much.